Hi guys, welcome to another video, and in this video I'm going to be dueling against Scorpion. He's a very high ranked demon hunter on the D Progress rankings. He's also a great guy, thanks for letting me upload this. I believe he's number 4 on the PvP dummy rankings in the world or EU. I'm not too sure about that one, but the point is he has pretty good gear. I think he might outgear me a little bit, but the thing is, in DH versus DH, gear becomes much less of an issue because you pretty much one-shot each other, or 2 shots in this case. So, as you can see from this death, he would 3-shot me with his evasive fire. I took 1 previously, and I took 2 there, and I kind of died. He's kind of trying to troll me a little bit with this regen build, but you can pretty much take advantage of those sentry turret builds where people stand in one place and just try to shoot you, because he doesn't know where I am and I know where he is, and that's a big problem for him. So it's 1-1. I got the revenge kill there, and he kind of switched over to strafe. Now, one thing about strafe is that if you outgear your opponent, strafe is a perfectly viable skill build. I choose to use impale instead of strafe, mostly because I'm pretty sure everyone who's watching this knows, but the impale bleed goes through dodges as well. So if you dodge an impale, the bleed damage from chemical burn is still going to hurt you, right? And the thing is that even if you're invisible, which most demon hunters typically are in a lot of engagements, if you impale him where he's at while he's invisible, when he gets out of smokescreen, he's pretty much going to take the bleed damage as well. So that's why impale is very, very good in DH versus DH. The reason why I didn't go strafe build against his strafe build is because he does a little bit more, well, quite a bit more DPS, and he has more HP. So in strafe versus strafe, you kind of have, it's kind of like a gear battle, and you can't win gear battles if you don't have the best gear, right? But another thing is that a legacy Nats user will never beat a non-legacy user in strafe versus strafe, just because legacy users, they gimp their DPS too much and their HP too much to be able to fight like a head-on gear battle. So I have to be a little bit sneaky, I guess is a good word. So I have to watch out where I go and I have to be very careful. So my pattern is typically I use I smokescreen and I try to get 2 impales off.
I can't do that.
The reason why I use 2 is because, well, 3 I would just die if I use 3. But 1 impale, I don't know, you could miss and there's enough time to try to get 2 impales off. So 2 is a good number. You smokescreen, 2 impales, and then you just vault out of there. It's very convenient for legacy users to do it this way. I also use Boar, the companion rune Boar. It gives quite a bit of regen, some resists, but most importantly, when you're in a DH versus DH duel, the Boar will kind of tell you where he is. Even if you don't see him, the Boar is going to go towards him and it's going to tell you where he is, basically. Another reason that you use Boar for DH versus DH is because Boars take a lot of the hits for you. Roughly half of the damage that I take gets absorbed by my Boar. Especially in strafe. I'm sure a lot of people who've tried out strafe in PvE, one of the big problems with strafe is that it chooses a target randomly, which means that he has no choice whether he wants to hit my Boar or not. If he's using strafe, he's going to hit my Boar regardless, right? I try to be a little bit more passive when my Boar is down, just because I'm taking the full damage. Like, as you can see there, he brought me down to like 1000 health. Another hit would have just killed me there. So you really need the Boar if you want to engage strafe users. So that's that. I'm just trying to run a little bit, get some health back against this guy, because otherwise I just get completely owned there. In this case, even though I was red health, the reason why I continued to fire off is because I could just use the wall to my advantage. I could just turn the wall, and I know I'm safe from any damage. Turn around the wall, actually, around the corner, whatever. So here I'm still trying to regain some health back, and by running away and trying to avoid him. And I kind of don't want to engage with low HP. So I have no doubt that he's trying to look for me because he has full HP. I think he has a full preparation as well. And my general tactic in DH versus DH is that I try to control the center area that I was just in, because of the line of sight issues that are going on right now. This center area that I'm inside right now, you can see everything outside the area, but if you are actually outside the area, then you cannot see inside. And you're going to see me take advantage of that a little bit, in that he won't be able to see me, and I actually get a few cheap impales off, which is really, really useful against this guy. So a lot of cases I try to preemptively smokescreen just to scout, and the reason why I do that, so I got another snipe there, it's 3-2 now, and the reason why I do that is because I don't want him to hear my smokescreen off screen, right? Because even if he's a little bit off screen and I actually smokescreen, he can hear the smokescreen sound effect, right? So I want to try to avoid that, and that's why I preemptively smokescreen before I scout. So it's a bit abusive there when it comes to using your legacy nats, but if you have the set, you should definitely preemptively smokescreen just to scout. So here I just try to keep impaling him, and every time he turns this corner, I always get impales off. He should stop turning this corner. Anyways, so moving on, it's still 3-2, I believe, and I'm trying to get a good position on him, but it's not too easy because it's very difficult to engage, because if I make a mistake, he's just going to kill me exactly like you saw there, but I got a crit impale instead, and I got him off guard. So it's 4-2 right now, and notice that I can't show you guys, but if your impale disappears randomly on your screen, that means it's a line of sight issue. You can't see where you're shooting, exactly like that impale. But if I'm trying to regenerate hatred, what I do is I typically try to stand behind an object like that tree there, and I try to spam evasive fire a little bit. I know it gives away my position, but I kind of have to regenerate health. Hatred. And in DH versus DH, you have to hug corners. You have to turn corners all the time, and that's especially useful if he's trying to impale me, because I think his impales are actually one-shots. So I have to keep turning corners so that I minimize the chance of actually taking an impale. So I got a good crit there, and I kind of ran away in time, and he's just trying to engage me, but the thing is, I'm on the bottom side of the map, and actually the person who is on the bottom side of the map has an advantage. And the reason why they have an advantage, check this snipe out, yeah, there you go. This snipe is a perfect example of the line of sight issues that are going on now. He wasn't able to see me, and I could see him from the center area. So that's exactly why you want to control the center area against other demon hunters, and I believe against other wizards and witch doctors as well. You can't really control the center against barbarians just because they can sprint in there and that's it, they have control. If you try to fight, you're gonna get rendered. So that doesn't work, but against other classes you really need to. So he totally caught me off guard there. A good snipe on his part, and it's 5-3.
Not ready yet.
Okay, so I'm slightly out of things to say, but I'll try to fill in the gap with a little bit more commentary. At this point, he switched to Impale, and he's not using Strafe, so he's kind of trying a little bit of everything, and that's exactly why I chose this duel, because he tried a couple of things. He tried the tanky build, he tried Strafe, as well as Impale. So now we're kind of dealing with Impale versus Impale, which is fun in my opinion. That's the funnest version of DH versus DH. Impale versus Strafe is the most difficult because it's much easier to strafe, but it's much more difficult to land good impales. So it's 6-3 here, and one more, I believe, unless he gets me. Shit, spoiler. So one more. Oh shit, another spoiler. So here I'm just trying to patrol the center area, and no matter where he is outside, he can't see me. And that's exactly why the center area is just a safe area to be in. Because you can see him coming in, and you can also see him smoke screening in. So trying to stay in that area is very useful. So I saw him there, and he didn't see me, right? And I got another double crit impale, which took his whole HP bar off. So that's the game. The final score was 7-3. Thanks Scorpion for letting me upload this. Thanks for watching, and if you guys enjoyed the duel, feel free to like and sub if you want to see more, and see you guys next time.